Hello YouTube, this is Supernova here from the Pew Pew Clan tutorial team, and today I'm going to make for you guys a tutorial on how to make backgrounds in Flash for your animations. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you want to think about when you're making a background is, of course, well, what you want to make. And for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to keep it fairly simple. I'm going to make a hallway in a hotel. So the first thing I want to do is I want to establish what's called a point perspective. And a point perspective is basically what I have here, this little point in the center of the screen. And it's very important to the rest of the background because every other aspect that you create in this background is going to come from this point perspective. So I'm going to start off drawing the hallway. Just make some lines. I'm going to go a little bit past the screen just for safety's sake. Perfect, just like that. And now as you can see here, I've created a floor, a ceiling, and two walls. And there, that's the beginning of a hallway. Perfect, so now you're probably not going to want this hallway to go on forever, so we're going to make a wall. And basically how I'm doing this is I'm just taking vertical and horizontal lines, connecting them to the lines I've already drawn from that point perspective, and just connecting them like so. And from here I'm just going to delete these inside lines, and perfect. I've got a hall with a wall at the end of it. Okay, so if I want to go a step further from that, zoom in again, and let's say I want the hall to have a corner right about here. So now I'm going to draw another vertical line, connect. Okay, I'm going to delete this line, and make two lines that continue this hallway. Delete this, and perfect. There we have a hall with a wall and a corner. So this is just the basic structuring of the hall, and I'm going to go to the next frame. See what I've got. There we go. So that's pretty much the same thing I was just doing, just using those lines. Same thing coming out of the point perspective. And now I'm going to go on and I'm going to add a little bit more detail to it. So now you want to think, okay, so what do you normally see in a hotel room? Well, there's normally lots of doors, so let's draw a door frame. Start off, kind of gauge the height of the door, just about what would seem right. That's probably pretty good. Now from here I've got the vertical line, so I'm going to join a line from that point perspective to it, just like so. And I'm going to draw another vertical line down. And this just kind of gives it that 3D effect, like it's popping out of the screen. Makes it look a little bit more realistic, which is what we're going for. Delete that line. Good, so there's the door frame. Now to make that look even more 3D, I'm going to put a horizontal line here, another vertical line here, a horizontal line connecting them, and a couple of lines just sort of following that point perspective line, just like so. And there, now it's 3D, kind of popping into the screen. Good, just like that. And this sort of methodology you can use to make all kinds of different things. You can use it to make tables, you can use it to make all kinds of other props. I'm just going to make another door here. And that's just by making that line, connecting it, point perspective, drawing another one, and then deleting the rest of the lines that connect them. And there you go, another door frame, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to move on now to the next frame, see what I've got for details here, and whoa, alright, got a lot of details here. I've put a little fringe just on the side for some more detail. These look to be elevator doors, these look to be regulator doors. And the next step that I should be doing now is filling. Get some color in there. Alright, so I'm just going to start filling respectively here. I want these doors to be wood, so obviously I'm going to fill them with a kind of brown. One general rule about how much detail you want to add to any particular background would be base it on the amount of animation that you want to happen in the scene. So for example, if you're going to take the time to animate a lot of people running around this hallway, then you're probably not going to want to add too much detail to it because, let's face it, your audience isn't going to be watching the background or paying attention to the background. They're going to be paying attention to the people running by. So it's a lot easier than when you have lots of people running by that you don't have to kill yourself on making a crazy detailed background because the audience just simply isn't going to care. I mean, you can go ahead and make it beautiful, but hey, why overwork yourself? Okay, so I've got metal doors here, wooden doors back there. Now for the walls, let's make it kind of a creamy color. Stick with the whole hotel vibe. Alright, good stuff. Okay, so pretty much from there I'm just going to keep filling away, filling in all these spaces here until I end up with something that looks like this.